Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Comics, The Gauntlet. I'm Garrett.
I'm Alex.
And we're here today to talk to you about 6 gems, or 6 comic books that we're looking forward to of the week of
April 25th.
April 25th, 2018. Only how many days away from Infinity War?
One
day. So that's coming out tomorrow. We're all very excited. So you'll see on our show this week, it's a little more Marvel and Image heavy, because last week was such a DC heavy. I mean, how can you top Superman's 80th birthday? You can't, but Marvel can try. So Alex is going to take it away, starting out with his books, or 6 gems that he's looking forward to for this week.
First one, Doctor Strange Damnation #4. Last night, stayed up late so I could read it and be caught up. It's actually really good. And when you read the Doctor Strange and the Damnation together, they kind of touch on the same things, but they give you separate stories. Like Doctor Strange really is focusing on Doctor Strange's point of view and what he's going through, where Damnation is the whole, like you said last night, the whole thing.
Yeah, it doesn't slow it down for you to catch up on Doctor Strange or vice versa. It's the own thing, but there is little tidbits that melt in. This
is one of those events that I actually enjoyed this event, but I have to give full props to Donny Cates and Nick Spencer. I think this was a good decision on making this to be an event. Self-contained within the few stories that it ties into. I've really enjoyed it. Thought it was a fun time.
This is the way you do an event.
No surprise, hopefully. Doctor Strange, 389. Again, caught up last night. I've actually enjoyed Doctor Strange more than Damnation. I laughed. Bats was awesome. The conversation he has with Doctor Strange was great, and just kind of making Doctor Strange go, yeah, I've had shit happen to me in this last year. So if you get over it, you got to move forward. I cannot wait to read this book. This cover was awesome.
Do you think they'll make a Ghost Bats Funko?
I hope so.
That'd be awesome.
Bats is honestly probably one of my favorite characters I've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Saga, number 51. Now, I know I'm not caught up on issue 50. Marvin, if you've listened to the forecast this morning, you hear that's good. It's not super amazing, is what I heard, but it's still good. Keeps the story flowing. We got the journalists that Garrett said were dead. Not dead. On the cover.
Sorry.
Right here.
Big Brother Wikipedia told me they were dead.
Well, they're liars. Well, they know. Can't wait to get back into this book. I don't want to fall too far behind. I'm only 2 behind. So I'll get back into it and let you guys know what I think. Now, I went back in time. I Hate Fairyland came out a couple weeks ago. I missed it. And
forgot to pick it up?
No, they didn't have it. And so I got it, and I am so excited to read this book. Scotty Young, I love this artwork. Cannot wait for you to be on Deadpool. Bring it. Just make me laugh, because that's what this book does. Hunt for Wolverine.
I found him. 1. He's right there.
Yeah, see? Claws. Of course. Has to be Wolverine. Looked through it. It looked really good. It's a hefty book. Could have dealt with a little bit better paper cover. Would be nice to, have a stock.
It's Marvel. They want to kill all the trees.
This is for Marvin. This is the one that we're gonna get.
Yeah, this is a one-shot that's spinning off into 4 mini-series about where did Wolverine go? What's been going on in the years that he's been gone?
I hope that this really makes me feel good. There's a part of me that I'm kind of weary. It's been so long that do we even know why he died? I do. Got covered in adamantium.
Mm-hmm. So he didn't even die. He
just was taking a nap, taking a siesta.
Right, and that's why his hair's so long when he gets out of it.
I've got one other book, but I'm going to wait for Garrett, because it's a shared book.
Right, you'll see what it is.
Garrett,
you'll find out.
What do you got?
Talked about it on the forecast some. We got Gotham Panic. Mother Panic, Gotham AD, number 2. I said issue 1 was kind of like your Gotham City dystopia, like 5 years into the future. So definitely want to check this out. It's 5 years into Gotham without Batman being there. There's only Mother Panic, and she doesn't follow the rules as much as Batman follows his own. So definitely something to check out. You're going to kind of see a bleeding universe, or at least a bleeding Gotham City. After that, got Witchblade, number 5. I can't believe we're already on 5 issues. I've been loving all these series that they've rebooted on Image, like Witchblade and Youngblood and things like that. I didn't get Cyberforce, but it does look good, but just, not interested in that. But so far this has been a big fun supernatural book. Definitely it's Witchblade taking on supernatural entities, and she's starting to learn how to use this weapon. Doesn't really know. She's not a full master of it yet, and I'm sure eventually she will be, but she's still even getting used to getting a costume. Like, you haven't seen the full costume yet, but it's coming together, and it's really fun, and the art is so good. So definitely should check this out. Still early on, you can get the issues. Next, I got All New Wolverine number 34, which is the Old Woman Laura part 2. This is not her. I mean, it is her, but I mean, you can't really tell she's older on this cover.
This is one of those covers that looks way better in person than it did last night on the forecast.
Well, that's
I looked at it, it looked really dude-ish.
David Lopez is the one who did the first couple arcs with Tom Taylor on this book. I wish he was still drawing it, but the current artist isn't bad, and this storyline has been fun because it's kind of taking, for us, that low-level Wolverine, seeing that old man Logan perspective, and it switches when you get old woman Laura. She is a little better at handling her old age, so I would say doesn't get as many.
She's gotten the shit kicked out of her less times.
Right, exactly. So definitely great. This is, I'm sure, the last arc, or it's leading up to the last issues. So just gonna ride it while we can. Next, got Invincible Iron Man, number 599. This is the penultimate issue for Bendis' run, and issue 600 will be his last Marvel work for many years to come, if not ever. Tony's been gone. Look, he's back. I mean, can't get more obvious than that. Yeah, I mean, geez, he's on the cover. Perfect timing, right in front of Infinity War coming out, so it's exciting to have him coming back as Iron Man. I'm probably going to read this before Infinity War because I'm so excited that this character is returning to comics, and, contrary to popular belief about Dan Slott, I'm excited for his Iron Man run with Valero Sheedy coming up, so excited to see where that goes. But for those of you reading this, it's been kind of like a magazine morphing Infamous Iron Man and Invincible Iron Man. Definitely want to check it out. We got Sadness on the way. We got Mighty Thor number 706, the epilogue issue, the funeral issue, the last Jane Thor issue. This is the last issue of the arc, the Death and Fall of the Mighty Thor, or whatever it's called. The arc's been called. So we saw what happened at the end of that last issue. A lot of sadness, a lot of bittersweetness. When the Thor that you've read the last 3 to 4 years has to go, it's sad. But we are transitioning to new stories, so that's always exciting and fresh, but it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for this Thor right here.
I gotta give one shout out to at least the nice thing about Jason Aaron writing Thor the last 4 or 5 years is that to know that the story actually has led to something. Right. That it wasn't always...
We had our doubts. I mean, there were some times in the middle where we're like, all right, we get it, move on,
let's go. Where's the end, and is there any stakes? There's stakes in this book, so I'm excited to be reading this.
Finally got here. I bet this one's going to be a little tearjerker, so be careful. You might need a tissue value. My last one to go over before we get to the next part is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Annual 2018, which is part 3 of the Shattered Grid storyline. So instead of your typical 20-30 pages of a comic, you get 80 pages. And boy, oh boy, it's going to be so good. If you've read this storyline so far, lots of fun. Not Alex.
I haven't read it.
He's not caught up on anything, but...
not true.
I was just telling...
Damnation, Doctor Strange caught up on it.
I was just telling someone in the shop, it's hard to get through that TV show in our, seasoned age, but if you read this, at least I can get through an hour and be like, yeah, and then at the end I'm just like, okay, I understand why I stopped watching. But definitely want to check this out. Only 2 issues are out before this. Pick it up and jump on Power Rangers. Great time to do it. Well... Here we are at the Gauntlet issue. It's rare when a Gauntlet issue is coming on, but, there's only one man that can have us do this most times, and that is the Thanos Annual. This is the annual that's basically going to take us through the history of Thanos' life, with Cosmic Ghost Rider being our little tour guide, which I think is a fun way to do an annual, and I'm sure there's going to be little Easter eggs and little seeds planted in here for Ghost Rider's series coming up eventually, but... this is going to be just a fun ride, because, we had the 6 issues prior to this, was such an amazing Thanos story. I'm glad that Alex Marvin recommended it to me.
I know good stuff.
But, that they do know good stuff, and that was a good pick. And it's definitely going to suck to see it go, but, from the end of last issue's letter column and into this, there's still plenty more stories to be told about Thanos, and that Cosmic Ghost Rider mini by Cates is going to be amazing, so...
I can't shout enough to Donny Cates. You've written some amazing books this year alone, 5 months. Can't wait for your Venom. Can't wait to read this Thanos story, and just know that you've wrapped this up into a nice tight bow. And this is one of those books that maybe I wouldn't give to someone right away to read, but work your way to it because it is an amazing story. Cannot wait to jump into the annual.
So, we hope you are all excited for Infinity War. It's really hard not to be. If you don't like Infinity War, you're not excited for it, you need to go
Even I'm excited
fix your
for it,
life.
and I'm a stick in the mud.
Yeah, go fix your life because something's wrong with it. 10 years of build-up. We're all going. The whole Wednesday Comics crew is going. All of our Wednesday Comics friends are going. So it's just fun when you get the entire community to go enjoy something that everyone's going to enjoy. There's going to be so many conversations afterwards, all leading up to next May, where we're going to do the show again, because there will be the next part of the story. We don't know what it is, if it's its own thing, or who's died, what the ramifications are. So let's just say Thursday after the movie, or the opening day after the movie, things are going to change in the comic world. Nothing will ever be the same. So we hope you have a great week. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy your comics. This has been Wednesday Comics, The Gauntlet. I'm Garrett.
I'm Alex. Hey, everyone. Keep collecting those gems.